Chhabra ji, Dean College of Agriculture, HU Hisar. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor H.K. Chaudhary, who has spared his valuable time in spite of his busy schedule. I also welcome our Director Extension, Dr. Madhumit, Director Research, Dr. D.K. Vatsa ji, all heads of the department and students.
I would take this opportunity which I wanted to take in the end of the lecture. So in fact, he talked about the exchange program, and we can have exchange in the knowledge also. So at this moment I would like to share that just now it was mentioned that I have more than 1,000 publications. It's not like that. In those 1,000 I have 645 presentations, PowerPoint presentations uploaded on the internet. That is on the site authorsteam.com. And these are on plant breeding, genetics, biotechnology, and use of computers in your biological sciences. So for that, I was the authority only, and there I think around 645 presentations are there. And one day I received, when I uploaded only 100 of these presentations on the net, I received a phone call from PAU that one of the students has downloaded all of your presentations and made the CDs, and he is selling the CDs. Then what I thought what I should do. So I just put the restriction on that no one can download unless he or she gets my permission. So whenever say I am continuously receiving because students prepare a seminar and they just download it and then they present it. So then I take this permission from the advisor of the student that make sure that he or she should not present the same seminar. He must take the guidelines from there. So in that context, because if I share that knowledge, because I am going to retire in June, and Dr. Chaudhary's term is now at least for another 3 years, at least I am saying. So I would like to share that authors team. I would like to dedicate the authors team site to Dr. Chaudhary, and I think I sent a message to him last night. Only one word was there, and that is the password for that site. And password and username, my email ID. So in that you can use that authors team for the benefit of students and the faculty. It's up to you. You can share, you can say add anything, you can delete anything from there. So I authorize you completely.
Thank you very much.
That is one
Thanks
thing.
a lot.
And secondly, I also prepared around 40 e-manuals, and these e-manuals are in the interactive form. Interactive means when you play those manuals, earlier these were you were using the CDs or DVDs. So when you insert the DVD or CD, that program automatically runs and you get it is just like a web page that appears, and then you browse at your will that where you want to move. So that has more than 40 e-manuals on very important topics of plant breeding genetics, and those have been released by HAU. These have been released in some of the Vice Chancellor's meet also. So those e-manual copy in the form of a pen drive I am just now giving to Dr. Chaudhary so that he can make use of these things.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. I should say that in you see many lectures usually एक संस्कृत का श्लोक मैं यूज करता रहता हूँ कि भारतीयों की एक थोड़ी ये पहचान है पूरे विश्व में कि हम सभी विशाल हृदय हैं. उसमें आता है कि अयम निजः परोवेति गणना ते लघु चेतसाम उदार चरितनाम ते वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. ये मेरा है, ये तेरा है, इसकी गणना बड़े छोटे दिल वाले करते हैं. कितनी सहजता से डॉक्टर साहब ने कहा कि वो बच्चे ने सभी इनके जो पीपीटी थे वो निकाले या सीडी बना करके वो बेच रहा है. बट बहुत ज़्यादा स्टर्न एक्शन ना लेकर के इन्होंने उसमें सुधार किया कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ। मगर इस शिक्षा को, इस संग्रह को और इस ताकत को पूरे विश्व में बांटना और फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, ये कितनी बड़ी बात है। एक शिक्षक ये सब कुछ कर सकता है। मैं समझता हूँ कि उस भगवान की हम शुक्रगुजार हैं कि उन्होंने हमें यहाँ इस शिक्षा के मंदिर में भेजा है। वो चाहता तो हमें किसी दूसरे रास्ते पर धकेल देता, मगर उन्होंने हमें इस शिक्षा की राह पर डाला। डॉक्टर A.K. छाबड़ा जी इसका एक ज्वलंत उदाहरण है, जो पीपीटी बनाने के लिए इंडिया में ही नहीं बाहर विदेशों में भी जाने जाते हैं। इनकी जो पीपीटी हैं वो देखने वाली होती हैं, उसमें जो इनका एनिमेशन है वो वर्क जो है इनसे सीखना पड़ेगा। ऐसा हुनर इनके पास है और उसके लिए बहुत मशहूर है। तो मैं समझता हूँ जितना साइंस में इन्होंने काम किया उतना ही काम इन्होंने दूसरी तरफ किया, और उसको आपके सामने किस तरह से समाज की सेवा के लिए, ये पूरे समाज की भलाई के लिए जो है उसको बच्चों की भलाई के लिए बांट रहे हैं। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि जिसका हृदय विशाल है, दूसरी जो लाइन है संस्कृत के इस श्लोक की, वो है जिसका हृदय विशाल है उसके लिए पूरी वसुधा यानी कि पूरी ये धरती उसकी अपना एक परिवार है।
Now it's good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, in fact, yesterday I was thinking that on what topic I should say have some discussion. This is not a lecture. This is a kind of discussion that we'll be having today. And I just wanted to know that who will be involved, who will be sitting, what will be the audience. So I just came to know that breeders, biotechnologists, and then head of the departments and the deans and directors are there. So, and moreover the students are there. So this talk is mainly for the students. This talk is mainly for the students because when I conduct oral examinations, then what I found that some basic concepts are missing among the students. So this talk I named it yesterday only, that flower to DNA. Because we as a breeder, we know the flower. And today we have reached to the DNA level. So what is that history, what is that path? And you can see there is some problem with the projector. It is written here 130 million years. So means in more than 130 million years ago the flower was detected on the earth. And so this is a 130 million year story that we have reached from flower to DNA now being a breeder. See, this was the first flower that was reported. It is written 125 million years here, but sometimes it has been reported more than 125 or maybe 130 million years. And this flower is in fact say, no, this one is the engraved that portion in the stone of that plant that you see here. And this flower is submerged in water. This doesn't have any root, no root system. It has flowers only, and some of the leaves they convert to the root-like structure, root-like appendages over here. And this is monoecious in nature. So first plant that was observed on this earth, that has been reported, that is a monoecious. Monoecious means the plant had male and female flowers separately, but on this. Now this story is starting from flower to DNA. Say this is the path of 130 million years, and you can see on the left bottom that first human being appeared 5 to 7 million years back. So you can imagine that we are only 5 to 7 million year old, and the flowers are there for more than 130 million years ago. So let us see how we reached from this flower to DNA. And I will be very short in explaining very few things because I will not cover the whole of the path. The German botanist that you know, Paul Reuter, he was the first person who attempted the hybridization in plants. So means he knew that the flowers can be crossed together. Means if we put the pollen of one plant to another plant, something new appears. So but he was not knowing anything about DNA or nuclein or something like that. And if you define the plant breeding, there are so many definitions, but I would like to stick on the Vavilov 1935. It is the evolution directed by the will of man, means man-directed evolution. So means, who is a plant breeder? This is the smallest definition that we can say, that it is man-directed evolution. Evolution is there, but we are directing. Who is directing? A breeder is directing. And where he uses the flowers to direct the breeding programs. So our जो हमारे हाथ में उस समय हथियार है, जो औजार है, वो उस समय सिर्फ एक फूल था हमारे पास, जिसको लेके हमने प्लांट ब्रीडिंग शुरू किया. Happens that we transfer DNA. If it is from another plant, we transfer the DNA of that plant. Now, then we have different kinds of populations. Populations are homogeneous, heterogeneous. Plants are homozygous, heterozygous plants. So, we knew that if we cross a cross-pollinated crop, the plant, this is the selfing of the self-pollinated. So you can see all the plants are having same genotype, and there the population is homogeneous. And in this case, the population is various. That if we do something like that, we had some knowledge that okay, there was some the flower is fresh, and then at young stage the flower may become compatible or something like that. And then some stigmatic substances were there. So we used to apply those things on the flower stigmas to remove the incompatibility. And in cross-pollination, if two plants are self-incompatible, the seed is produced. So this is why. This is because of the DNA structure of inside. Again, see, these types of plants occur in nature. Different combinations. I told you the first plant reported was the monoecious plant. See, you can have monoecious, dioecious, then polygamo monoecious and polygamo dioecious. These kinds of. Why the plant system has these kinds of multiple combinations? I give you one example. Jojoba is known as jojoba, pronounced as jojoba. It is written as jojoba, Simonsia chinensis. This is a desert plant, and I think how many of you have seen or not, but I have seen, I have worked on it. The size of the fruit is just like a pear, the big one there. And the 50% is the oil content, 50% oil. And that oil is the exact substitute of sperm whale oil. अब sperm whale में से oil निकालते थे, as a lubricant use करते थे, medicines में use करते थे, और as a lubricant for the jet विमान जो हमारे एयरक्राफ्ट हैं उसमें यूज करते हैं, बहुत हाई क्वालिटी का है वो. उसके कारण क्या हुआ था, वेल हमारी एक्सटिंक्ट होती जा रही है. तो जोजोबा एक प्लांट ऐसा मिला होगा जिसमें 50% वही ऑयल था, और दैट वाज डेजर्ट प्लांट फाउंड इन एरिज़ोना. एरिज़ोना में 50 से ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर जाता है, मोर देन 50 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, एंड इट कैन टॉलरेट दैट. इसके जो बड़े वैक्सीन यूज होते हैं उसमें वाइट एनालिसिस इन द फॉर्म, देन first we follow introduction test, breeding, all these methods, then quantitative genetics are there, and then we went to isolate enzymes, and then we went to the DNA. So means ultimately genotype was identified of that particular phenotype. But now, what's happening? When you know about DNA, it is just reverse. It is now reverse genetics that of professors, students.
This is I should say, auspicious day for all of us, that in the month of November, I think, or November, we had a meeting with the CCS Hisar, who might be aware of that. That was the Agricultural Education Day. We celebrated on that day, and they have honored, the university honored me to be chief guest of that function. Anyway, that was online function. We couldn't interact much, but Vice Chancellor of the University of Hisar, Professor Samar Singh ji, So he was cheering on that side. That day we had a nice interaction with him. So both of us, we decided that let us move together in different areas to start with various collaborations and establish memorandum of understanding, at least in College of Agriculture. To start with, we will move with College of Agriculture, of course, and it's a coincidence that we have just started with the Vivavos examination, and the story turned towards otherwise, and I thought that we must have a meeting in his presence, because he is custodian of the College of Agriculture over there, and a learned person, widely traveled, worked a lot in molecular genetics, plant breeding. These days, he's not holding the charge of only College of Agriculture as dean, but controller of agribusiness center, the agribusiness college, which has also been established over there in Gurgaon as part of this university. So he's a member of various committees over there, important committees of the university. Of course, he's the right person with whom we can move forward. And today morning, he had discussion with Dr. Samar Singh ji on my request that let us start from today to move further for some memorandum of understanding and collaboration in different areas. As I understand, some time ago I was just listening that extension में हिसार का कोई मुकाबला नहीं. I don't know how far it is true today. तो डॉक्टर साहब जस्टिफाई करेंगे, बट ये मेरे सुनने में आता रहा है. And once upon a time, 2 years back, I was there to conduct some interviews. There I found that some of the guys who did their masters from plant breeding, they moved to field, the Department of Agriculture. There they are really revolutionizing agriculture there in the farmers' fields, in the area of seed. Rather, sometime I will be inviting some of the people who have created excellence in the fields, being SMS or deputy directors over there. So seed village concept उन्होंने धरातल पर सही मायने में उतारा है, मैंने देखा है. I had a discussion with that person again, and he is very much ready to come over here. So we should share always with other institutions, because अकेले चलने का समय अब चला गया. हम मिलकर चलें तो शायद उस निशाने पर पहुँचें जो हमारा ध्येय है. पूरे भारतवर्ष में जिस तरह से हमने अब देखा, कोविड के समय में सभी सेक्टर में गिरावट हुई, जबकि एग्रीकल्चर ही एक ऐसा सेक्टर था जिसमें गिरावट नहीं. I had data from Dr. Virender Singh, head Department of Agricultural Economics, and very nicely he has presented over there that this is the only sector where we can rely, and it has saved our lives. In the villages, you are seeing that people, they have just moved from urban area towards villages. They started establishing themselves there over there in the villages. And some guys, many students, many scholars, they are coming to me every third day. Some postgraduates used to come to me that I am free and I have nothing to do. I lost my job and I have to move for agriculture sector. So how can you address this issue? Just day before yesterday, one guy, he was from Nagrota, Surya. He was working over there in Chandigarh. He is MSc IT and looking for some job. So I told him that I can provide a job here over just 12,000 or 15,000 only per month. So Nagrota, Surya is far off from this place. So whole of your money will go just to stay outside in your accommodation and food. So you will lose your, whole of the money like that. So what will you earn otherwise? So how much land you have? When he told me it's a quite fertile land at his hometown, and his possession is in his name over there. So I just got himself interacted with various heads of departments here over in the College of Agriculture and College of Veterinary Sciences. He was quite impressed, and first time he came to the university, first time he came to know that this is also one of the sectors where I can find my life-saving, passion which I am just looking for, and I can fulfill my all desires. I told him that here over, if you will just start business in this direction, in integrated farming system, fisheries, poultry, or so many others, where we can address these issues at technical level, then he said, I'm surprised that if this can happen in my fields. He was just looking for water, that I need a water bore over there at my home. I said, this is a very simple system. You can just go over there to irrigation department and you can ask them. So we can also help you in this direction too. So now he's moving in different areas over there at his home. So Kangra Krishi Vigyan Kendra is the region from where he will be looked for in future. So I have just connected him with Dr. Sanjay, PC of that region, that Krishi Vigyan Kendra, and now he has started his job from yesterday onwards. I mean to say that if this is the only sector, how to create a revolution now, how to move forward. अकेले हमने चलकर देख लिया, आओ अब मिलकर चलें। PU लुधियाना, HU हिसार, IRI, पंतनगर, UHF Solan, Squest J, Squest K. Let us first of all join hands with them. PAU, we have already started the process. Our dean is already there in PU Ludhiana since last 3 days. He had nice interaction with the Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. P.S. Dhillon. And now, because Professor A.K. Chabda ji, Dean College of Agriculture, HU Hisar is here, so we thought why not to move forward from today onwards. So, Dr. Sahab, all our heads, they are sitting here over. I would like to listen from you which direction we can move together and how we can go for exchange of our students, masters, undergraduates, even RAVE program. RAVE students, they can go once over there to HU Hisar, they can go to PAU, they can go to VISA. I have already had a discussion with Barlog Institute of South Asia, there over there in Ludhiana, that once our RAVE students, they will have a round over there to VISA to look for the modernization going on there at this international center, which is established in our near vicinity otherwise. So it will be very nice if we can think of in this direction, that why not to have a exchange program of our faculty. On the other side, our students. Sometimes what happens that people, they are getting their graduation from HAU and coming over here. He belongs to Haryana and has a love for his land. It should be there. He should love his land. But we are making a tuning for him here over in our own campus in the Himalayas. If he desires like that, I want to work over there in Hisar, why not to take one teacher from CCS, HU Hisar College of Agriculture, Department of Plant and Genetics, Department of Biotechnology, Department of Agronomy, Department of Entomology, Department of Plant Pathology, Department of Organic Agriculture, Department of Horticulture or Forestry or whatever it is. Wherever there is a strength, here over, we will share it with CCS, HU Hisar. Wherever there is a strength there over in HU Hisar, we will share with us. They will share with us. So you look for this vegetables and floriculture, you see. In Himalayas, floriculture has an edge in the entire country. The Himalayan flowers, they have long life, they have long lifespan. And orchids, whatever are here in Himalayas, you cannot expect in other parts of the country. Why not to bring them into limelight to the entire nation? Let us share this genetic resource at least with the rest part of our country before proceeding further with international collaborations and taking our this genetic resource to other countries. Let us share this genetic resource at least within the country with different institutes, premier institutes who are the leaders at the moment in the entire nation. So it's my desire to move ahead in this direction, and let us listen Dr. A.K. Chhabra ji on this aspect. If there is any issue of any head of the department or professor, this moment you can address this. Later on, we will have a meeting with our deans and directors under the chairmanship of our director of research. They will have a meeting in the presence of Dr. A.K. Chhabra ji, a brief meeting to move ahead in which direction we will move and how this MOU will be signed. So before that, because he has to deliver a lecture today on his coveted subject or whatever popular lecture he has made here over, he might have not announced yet the title. I think क्या title है?
Flower to DNA: Evolution of Contemporary Plant Breeding.
That's great. So it is his coveted area. So it's very nice. So you will enjoy that lecture later on and interact with him. But before that, let us listen him so as to bind it up here over this meeting, and then we will be in another mode of lecture further.
Yes.
So Dr. Chhabra,
The
please.
presidential address on National Education Day, and that I think more than 1,000 people joined them on Google Meet and on YouTube. Because on Google Meet you know that there is a limitation, but YouTube was open. So more than 1,000 students and faculty were there, and everyone appreciated. And then again at that moment, Dr. Chaudhary took over the chance to discuss with Dr. Samar Singh that why not we should go for some MOUs, for some exchange programs. And today again in the same context I am here. So as he told, I will be very brief. So we already have MOUs with PAU, we have MOU with the CSSIR Karnal, we have IIWBR Karnal. So I think in the same pattern or maybe with some changes depending upon our say compatibilities or interest, we can go for that. But I would say that this is the paid work today, homework we are doing today, and it can be finalized very soon when other authorities also are involved, like Director Research and our Director HRM, Human Resource Management, who is ultimately responsible for signing up of the MOUs between the universities and maybe between the institutes or with the private firms. Now, in student exchange program, our worthy Vice Chancellor at HU Hisar, he is the Vice Chancellor of MHU as well as CCSHU. MHU Karnal, Maharana Pratap Horticulture University. And then he is also the charge of Vice Chancellor CCSHU Hisar. He retired as agronomist from Hisar. He was working in the called substation earlier. And he is very simple man, and he is convinced very soon if anything is for the benefit of the institute. Dr. Chaudhary, I think on that day, Dr. Samar Singh requested him for some variety of apple and some expertise over there, and that thing was materialized say within few days, and he is very happy that means this is the cooperation between the two vice chancellors that led to some achievements in one of the institutions. Now in PAU, what we are doing, we are having a program where the students go for coursework for part of the program. This is for PhD only, no MSc, no UG. Part of the program is carried over there. We cross-list the courses. The courses, they have the same pattern, same content all over the country now because of the 5th Deans, 7th Deans Committee meeting, and that's all these course curricula are uniform. So we cross-list the courses, and then they complete part of the degree program there and then part of the degree program here. That depends upon whether that should be research part or that should be the coursework. So that depends upon the MOU. But their students, they go for coursework and then they come back and they do research work at ISAR. But with other two institutes, the registration is done at ISAR. They study as well as do research work over the IIWBR and CSSIR Karnal, and vice versa. They register over there and come back here. Major advisor is allotted where they have to move because research part is to be carried over there. So in this case, if we have MOU between HP, KVB and HAU, we would like that our students should have exposure in the research area because teaching is same. Research area of the HP, KVB, Himachal. And your students should be well aware about the research areas in HAU, the clinics. So this is one possibility that we can sign up an MOU partly for research and theory part can be taken over by the independent. The degree awarded will be by the institute where the student is registered. And then co-major and major will always be from the place where the student has to conduct a research. If student has to conduct a research here and he is registered in HISAR, but major advisor will be from this place. And co-major will be from the parental institute. And same way means, and number of students we can decide over there. The examinations they conduct, they send the result to us. The compilation of result is always at our place, whether they are doing research or teaching over there. Means all other paperwork is carried out in our institute. The degree is awarded by because we have to award the degree. They have to follow the rules of PAU, and then we should also respect those rules, and we just go for the this kind of MOUs with the institute. So this is with the coursework. And then Dr. Sahab also mentioned about the extension education.
When Dr. Samasinghi, Honorable Vice Chancellor CCSHU, he asked me about Apple, if we can take its advantage over there in Karnal area and the surrounding areas of Karnal, then is it possible? I told him that it is possible. Because we have low chilling varieties here with us, and some of the farmers, they have adopted these low chilling varieties. They are working well. This stock that has been sent to different parts of the country by our institution, as well as one of a leading farmer of this state, Mr. Hariman Sharma, is there in district Bilaspur. He has got his own variety of apple, which he has taken to Hyderabad. If it can work over there in Hyderabad, why not there in Karnal? So likewise, double diploid breeding, he has just talked about Dr. Chavda ji. So yes, our doors are open for everyone. We are having expertise in double diploid breeding in molecular cytogenetics. In the country, you see today molecular cytogenetics, nobody is working. People, they have forgotten the sphere of molecular cytogenetics in the country. And I should say we are pioneer for that. We are pioneer for double diploid breeding. We have come up with a new system here over. We have established a high-tech molecular cytogenetics and tissue culture lab. We can join hands in that area. They are just developing their crosses over there in Hisar in case of wheat, and bring the material here over to develop the double diploids. Yeah. If they want to get their people trained for that program, nowadays we have just got first flush of flowering over there in the fields in wheat. their teachers, their students, they can come over here, and during that time they can be having expertise in this double diploid breeding PRO. So we have a perfect system in the university, and now we have got a penta-level greenhouse. It has just started around 20 days back. Simultaneously, we have got a phytotron facility, the work of its construction that has just started. Now the facility is enhancing in this direction. So throughout the year, no need to go anywhere. We can establish our crosses in any crops, any time, any hour here over in our these facilities over there in Department of Plant Breeding and Genetics. Likewise, there are other areas in the university, just like our organic agriculture, our natural farming system, our beekeeping, and I may inform you, Dr. Chhabra ji, that this beekeeping program, it's the oldest in the country here in Himachal Pradesh at Nagrota in district Kangra. 1938, Apis mellifera based honey that has been produced for the first time here over in our country. So it's a history, and we want to organize this festival, Mela, for beekeepers there at Nagrota, so as to bring this station and our ongoing beekeeping program, honey production program at national and international level. We are first and foremost, if I am not wrong, Dr. Chandel, I think you will justify it, that we have already submitted a project proposal to Government of India for establishing a center of excellence here over, which is the oldest center where PU Ludhiana, HU Hisar, both these institutes, they have worked here. Likewise, here in our other areas, just like shiitake mushroom, we have just established a big facility in association with JICA here over in shiitake mushroom. It is going to be inaugurated as and when Japanese, they will come over here and switch on the system. All machinery, everything, the building, everything is ready. Just we are waiting for our collaborators from Japan. They will switch it on, and then we will be imparting training to the entire state. Simultaneously, we can share this technology with our partner institution, CCS, HU Hisar and PU Ludhiana, like that, so that it should go to the entire country. So there are certain areas in terms of genetic resources also in Himalayas. If you just talk of winter wheat, you see in the country, winter wheat is grown where? Only in snowbound areas. It cannot be grown there in plains. But the genetic makeup, the strength, the characters which are being associated with this type of ecotype of wheat that is not available there in spring. We can go for hybridization program, winter spring hybridization program, which is very popular, and popularly we have just gone for a big exercise here over at Palam, and a number of lines we have learned out of that. Its regenerability in case of winter wheat. 60 tillers I have seen over there in case of a winter wheat variety Saptara, which is the first and ever released winter wheat variety of the country. Likewise, in our double haploids, as you have talked about, we have got Him Pratham, the first double diploid wheat variety of the country, through this chromosome elimination mediated technique. So in protected cultivation, you see, for vegetables and other crops, we have got expertise here. So in many areas we can exchange. And Hisar has a strength in many other areas. Maybe here also, just like hydroponics, we are coming up. I don't know the scenario over there, but
It was started.
it is started. So we can share our knowledge. Maybe somewhere we are lacking, maybe somewhere they are behind. So when we will join hands, then definitely, you see, it will make a big story. So many things we have to do together. There are tissue culture facilities. One गांव तक ये आवाज़ जाए. हमारे 1 से 3% लोग क्यों आते हैं? अभी डॉक्टर साहब हमने एक फैसला लिया है विश्वविद्यालय में कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जब छुट्टी होती है तो मास्टर्स या पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स when they are moving to their hometown, why not to interact there with the school children? Why not to interact there with other guys who are working over there and want to study further? Why not to bring them to this stream of agriculture, veterinary, home science and other sciences here over, related sciences here over to this institution? 1 to 3% is the entry to agricultural universities in the entire country. And whenever I used to ask anybody, where you want to go? After plus 2, I want to become doctor or engineer. After beyond these two lines, nobody knows what are the areas, what is the arena around the world. You see, how much opportunity is there in agriculture?